story of Joel and Ellie is a journey not soon to be forgotten, and in this episode we explore 10 things about The Last of Us. The original pitch for The Last of Us was called Mankind. In this version, all of the infected would have been women. Ellie would have been the only female to be immune, and Joel was protecting her in order to bring her to the lab to develop a vaccine. The idea was scrapped after several female Naughty Dog employees voiced criticism and concerns over the concept. Neil Druckmann, the creative director, has said that the reason it failed is because it was a misogynistic idea. At one point during the game's development, Naughty Dog was put under pressure to change Ellie's positioning from the front of the cover art to the background. It suggested that this was because of the misconception that if you have a female character on the cover, the game will sell less. Naughty Dog refused. They also had to specifically request female focus testers for the game because they refused to let the game be tested only by men. The cause of the apocalypse in The Last of Us is actually based on fact. The concept for the game arose after watching a segment of the BBC Nature documentary Planet Earth, which documented a Cordyceps fungus-infected ant where the fungus takes over its brain and produces growths from its head. The idea that the fungus can infect humans became the initial idea for the game. Tess's character was changed during the development of The Last of Us. In an early version of the script, Joel betrayed Tess, causing her to follow him across the country seeking revenge. Eventually she would capture and torture Joel, and Ellie, who would have been more innocent, never having killed before, would have to shoot her to save Joel. Early in development, Joel's last name was given as Miller and Ellie's as Williams, but Neil Druckmann revealed that the decision was made to cut all last names from the final product. These names are still listed in the Japanese manual, however. Also, Joel was originally called Ethan, but it was thought it sounded too much like Nathan, so it was changed to Joel. Both names came from the famous directors, the Coen brothers, each named Joel and Ethan respectively. The Ish subplot, discovered through a multitude of notes in the Suburbs chapter of the game, is inspired by George R. Stewart's 1949 novel Earth Abides. In it, Isherwood Williams, aka Ish, returns to civilization after spending an extended time at his remote archaeological camp to find that almost all of humanity has been wiped out by a virus. After the death of his son, Ish gives up all hope of re-establishing a society that he fondly remembers before the virus outbreak. The game's scenery setting was partially influenced by Alan Weisman's book The World Without Us, a non-fiction book about what would happen to the natural and built environment if humans suddenly disappeared. Other literary and film inspirations include the Coen brothers' No Country for Old Men and True Grit, Cormac McCarthy's film adaptation of The Road, and the TV series The Walking Dead. It was revealed in a trailer that Ellie had been redesigned to greater resemble voice actress Ashley Johnson's appearance and personality. Neil Druckmann, the game's creative director, spoke of the change, saying, "After delving further into the game's narrative over the past few months, we decided to modify Ellie's model to better reflect Ashley's personality, and also to resemble a slightly younger teen more fitting to the story. We're happy with the final result shown in the cinematic we've released today, and we're hoping fans like her too." Ellie also has a scar on her right eyebrow. When asked in an interview about the scar, Druckmann stated that there is a story behind her scar, but he won't share the story yet. The Last of Us has a cool Easter egg from Uncharted 3 in the chapter Escape the City. There's a bar in this part of the game that on close inspection you might recognise from the opening of Uncharted 3. Some parts have been changed to accommodate the area design in The Last of Us, but the main bar section is the same asset from Uncharted 3. To top it off, the bar is called O'Sullivan's, a direct reference to Victor Sullivan, Nathan Drake's partner in crime. The Last of Us has sold over 4 million copies worldwide, selling nearly 2 million in North America alone. It was the fastest selling PS3 game of 2013 prior to GTA 5's release and holds a Metacritic score of 95 out of 100. And that's 10 things about The Last of Us. Thanks for watching, I hope you learned something, and don't forget to like this episode and subscribe for more from the series.